To start the podcast, the audio podcast, I have a thing. Right now,
you're always bragging about it.
As we are recording this, I am currently not editing. That's not the right word. I am putting up the audio for our Goonies watch along. If that is something you would be interested in, we did a watch along with our patrons Saturday. If you would like to join us, we are doing monthly movie watch-alongs. This time we did the Goonies because of Kids on Bikes. And if it's something like if you've already seen it a bunch of times and want to watch along with us, you can put up the audio. We did a countdown from when we started. We watched the DVD version that kept freezing, so...
fun.
Yeah.
To be fair, it may have been the free program that I downloaded to run the DVD on.
Yeah. I had that issue.
My DVD looked clean. When I took it out of the computer, it was still fine. I think it was the program.
Yeah, I had that same issue with my old Xbox One S. Me and Ryan, I bought the DVD of the first season of Westworld, and we started watching it, and it kept on skipping and freezing and stuff like that. And then I put it into a different device, and it worked just fine. So, yeah. I mean, it could just be your disk drive. I mean, it's pretty old at this point as well, right? Because we built that together many years ago.
Yeah. But I was watching... I got this, the DVD box set of the third season of the Upright Citizens Brigade TV show. Ooh. And I was watching that, 2 months ago, and I had no skipping issues, so...
Okay.
Sounds like it's your disc.
Gotcha.
I've got a Jackie Chan movie that I've never seen the end of because it always freezes at the same spot.
You know what's... That's
pretty
hilarious.
Sure it's on... What?
So my dad got the extended version.
Is Jackie Chan.
He got the extended edition of Lord of the Rings because he wouldn't pay money to go see them in the theaters, so he would always get those for Christmas. And I remember watching, I forget which one of the movies. I think it might have been the second one maybe. But there's always this certain scene where it would freeze. And I thought it was just, well, that's a weird editing choice. And then I watched it on a regular version of it. And the freeze right there is not there. I'm like, oh, it was just that disc. Because apparently it was just on the disc itself. Because it would happen at the same point every single time.
Well, the same point that happened in the Jackie Chan movie I'm talking about was always on tits being shown.
Oh no!
So I'm not sure if that was me pausing it. No, I'm serious. It was the worst time for it to skip. So I mean, I guess this could be the best time too. But I never saw the end of the movie.
It's because you kept pausing on that spot.
It's
the
not
laser
disc at all.
would wear into it. Awesome. Well, does anybody else have any Jackie Chan related news?
Nope.
He's in that new what's the movie he's in now?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. So that's the only Jackie Chan news I have.
All right. I haven't seen that one yet. All right. Well, let's get into the podcast then, because that was an awkward pause. Last week we got through a whole another day in the lives of these children of Snowsville. We had two teams form. an older group that is maybe going to start investigating the old shut down Chanky Cheez Fun Time Emporium, and then a younger group of kids that went out to Farmer O'Dowell's Hill to try and investigate some of the weird spooky stuff that has been seen over on that hill by the woods. And that's basically what we saw. Does anybody else have anything that I missed that would be relevant?
I actually have a relevant question for you, Alex.
Okay. I may have an answer to it.
I don't know if I missed this when we were doing character creation stuff, but you had mentioned last episode that we had adversity tokens to use.
Yeah.
My character sheet has a blank in that spot, so I wasn't sure if we had determined if we had gotten some of those already.
Yeah, everybody starts off with 2.
Okay. I probably just forgot to write that down.
Chris had an extra one because he failed a roll in the first episode. And then actually should have gotten an additional one for failing the... Oh, sorry.
To pull up?
Yes. It was Kevin that got the one in the first episode. Yes. Chris failed in last week's episode, which would give you an additional one.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes. Awesome. So, that was another good awkward pause. Let's get back into the game. We just saw the ending of a Tuesday in the winter times in Snowsville High. Not High. Snowsville. So let's move on to Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Any notable scenes that we want to zoom into real quick? And I will say, we don't have to necessarily have a whole day each day. Maybe something interesting happens on a Wednesday, but then the next interesting thing happens on a Friday. We just want to check in and hit the most relevant points to the storyline. That's the thing I'll say. And hopefully if we can figure out a way to get all these characters together to investigate, that'll be the ultimate goal. But it is Wednesday of the same week. Who would like to start us off? And what is the next scene?
I'll show Dusty at and I'm using this inspired by real life, but Wednesday I'm gonna say is cookie day at school. So lunch has some nice M&M cookies, and Dusty is there trying to stock up. Probably annoying a lunch lady, but is anyone else eating at the same time that we can interact? Cookies Day is pretty big for Dusty.
I imagine. Yeah, I'm going to say that because you're talking about the lunch break on Wednesday, Eric would probably be there at the same time. I imagine you're a little bit older than us, but I think our grades are all in the same building, and we probably have like one lunch break because this town isn't huge. I don't imagine there's multiple breaks throughout the day.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, Eric's like 2 or 3 people behind you in line watching you have a little bit of an argument with the lunch lady over how many cookies you're allowed to take.
Yeah. Like the sign doesn't say how many you can have, so I have the money. I might as well, like, I need all of these.
Look, kid, it's one per kid, one free cookie per child.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm just falling victim to false advertising, because you could have had that up on the thing and avoided this whole interaction. Okay, what if I say that I'm buying this for the next 6 kids behind me?
They're free. You're not
It's a
buying
gift.
anything.
Okay, well then I'm gonna carry these to their table. Thank you.
No,
And
you
he
have
just
to put.
walks away with.
Screw
Oh,
it.
he tries to walk away.
I don't make enough for this bullcrap.
As he like goes to like exit though, and like he's looking around, he sees Eric back there, and he's like, "Oh, hey, buddy. I got you a cookie."
Oh, thanks, I guess. They let you have more than one?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that.
Oh, okay, cool. Wait right
You
here.
wanna sit together? Okay.
Yeah, go pick a table. I'll be right over. I'm gonna get my free cookie real quick, and then you take my other one over, and I'll get it from you in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, he finds like a little little table in the corner.
So Eric gets up to the lunch lady and just sees the completely exasperated look on her face, and he just shakes his head at her and goes, that kid's weird, and takes his cookie and walks away.
She just like barely regards you and just next.
Yeah. And as Eric turns out towards the open lunchroom with all the tables, and he sees Dusty sitting over there, like stacking the cookies up, or kind of playing with them a little bit, and kind of looks over there like, do I really want to go over there? And then he's looking around trying to see if he sees Severs anywhere in the lunchroom real quick. Is it a good excuse to not sit with Dusty? Am I seeing Severs?
Yeah, Severs is rushing in really late to lunch and goes up to grab his food.
So, yeah, Eric kind of mulls around until you're done getting your food, and then it's like, hey, you want to sit together?
Oh, yeah, sure. Where are you sitting at?
Well, Dusty invited me to sit with him over, and I point at Dusty sitting there kind of playing with the couple of cookies he has left at this point, because I'm assuming he's been eating them this whole time. But, if I sit somewhere else, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, we can go sit over there in the corner. I got some secret stuff to talk to you about anyway.
Okay, cool. So, make our way over to the corner. Secret stuff.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you head over to the corner. You got your little trays with your school lunches on them.
Yeah, so I got a little bit intel on somebody that might be able to help us out with the mystery at the hill.
Ooh.
There's this guy, I think he might be over in the high school, but his name's Professor Simon Hill. And he talks about all these weird cryptids and stuff.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Is this the table that Dusty is at, or are you guys in an opposite corner?
I think we very clearly walked over,
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Like you would have noted, we weren't sneaking, I don't think.
No, yeah, we just blatantly walked right past towards the other table.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think we can talk to him about it, and maybe we get some more information.
Did you reach out and ask when we can go talk to him, or?
I was just gonna try to go over after school, and he usually stays late afterwards. I talked to the principal about it, so I think we can do it.
Yeah, okay, let's totally do that. Did you ever get any other information about what we might have saw?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping that he can help us.
Okay, cool. Eric picks up his cookie and takes a bite of it, and he's like, all right, well, are we gonna invite Danny again?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you, what's up with it? Why don't we just go sit with him?
I mean, we could. I don't know, I just get this weird vibe from Danny. And well, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, I had to throw my mitten away after I shook his hand the other night.
Oh,
I don't know
gross.
what was on his fingers, but it would not wash out. My mom was mad because she just bought me those mittens too. She thought I'd been out and gotten into some tree sap or something, but I felt bad. I didn't want to throw Danny under the bus, so I just said that, yeah, I accidentally grabbed the side of a maple tree, and
that sucks, man.
At that point, all of a sudden, like, Dusty comes over.
Dusty's.
And he's like, "Hey guys, I was at the other table. What are we talking about? Hey, are you gonna finish that?" And he points at your cookie.
My half-eaten cookie. No, Danny here.
It's Dusty.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Dusty. I know I have a cousin named Danny. I just got you too confused. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I get it. It starts and ends with the same thing. I get confused in the middle sometimes too.
But if you want to finish my cookie here, and I hand it to you.
Oh, sweet, thanks. And like he puts it in a like shirt pocket. He doesn't even eat it. He just puts it in the pocket.
Hey,
Next
Saving
for later.
it for later.
Dusty, just gonna level with you, okay?
Okay.
Look, we think you're like super genius. You do all the math stuff. It's really cool, but you're kind of weird. And we want you to be on the team, okay? But like maybe you could like clean your hands every now and then. Cause like he had to throw away his gloves last night. His mom got all mad at him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just first off, I'm the oldest here, so I think if anything, I'm the coolest, not the weird one. But maybe weird means cool in like 8-year-old language. Who knows? Yeah. I'll clean my hands more. I'm sorry about that guy. And then he like looks at his hands, and there's so much like stuff stuck to it, and so he just like licks them and rubs them on his pants. It's like, there we go.
Look, I didn't want any, like, you just air everything. Everybody's cool. And now we can go work as a team. Right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
We're good?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw this thing one time. It's a really cool. And then he just kind of like goes off and just keeps stuttering and like stopping, and then he's like, "Yeah, so the secret handshake, you spit in your hand and then you shake. Let's do it." And he holds his hand out with spit in it.
Maybe after we're done eating lunch, Dusty. It doesn't seem very hygienic during.
Okay.
What if we came up with like our own better handshake?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Seaver.
So we can be like our own thing.
Oh, I like that. I've never been. Well, never mind. Yeah,
What?
we could do that.
What?
I've never had like a secret handshake with anyone, but hell yeah. Let's figure that out later.
Yeah. Let's like we can each add one thing to it, and that'll be our handshake.
All right, cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so like I'll do the
let's get on from this part. I don't want to sit here and listen to these kids talk for the entire episode. All right? We're not figuring out a handshake right now. I want to check in with Casey because we need to go over to the high school. Is there anything notable that we want to explore with Casey today?
That's a great question. I was thinking in my second half of that last episode and this episode, since I haven't talked during the role play in a while, I was thinking maybe he's trying to keep an eye out for this Skeeter character.
Okay. At the high school?
Oh, I'm at high school. Oh, so you want
You're a high school student. It's in
middle of
the school year.
It's
so
Wednesday.
during the day you would.
During the day. So I think he's trying to he's going to roll a gather information roll. No, just he's gonna see if anybody has seen this Skeeter guy recently. He's trying to talk to people he's kind of similar to what was the other kid's name that was in the detention?
Nolan.
Nolan. Kind of similar where they're friendly but not friends.
You're trying to talk to other kids to figure out where he's at?
Yeah, see if they've like hung or no, here we go. Here's another instead of that. Ask around like quietly if people have been to the Chanky Cheez recently. Have been inside.
Oh, okay. So again, you're still asking like high school kids this question.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, like, a handful of kids have like gone up there to like go break stuff, but like nobody's been up there recently. It's not like it's a popular hangout spot.
Okay. So we'll say like he was like asking that like around lunchtime, and then maybe he can have a scene with what was her name again? Clara?
Can we have a scene with not Clara? Because there's a bunch of characters in this town.
Okay, let me look
just
at this
keep
list.
going to the same couple of characters.
Right. They're all adults. Here we go. What about the crossing guard? Vanessa Tran?
Vanessa Tran, the crossing guard?
Yeah.
Definitely. She would be around towards the end of the school day. So if you want to cut to that time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like he's gonna
like the high school and the middle school are basically right next to each other, so like it's pretty easy to cross paths with Vanessa.
Okay. And she's a adult.
Yes.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
I know
she's older, like kind of graying hair. She is a crossing guard, but there is a rumor going around town that she is a retired Secret Service agent.
Is that okay? Is that new, or is that something we made up? Or
That's new information.
Okay. Now I can't come up with some reason to talk to this person. I think I'm going to say that he's always been friendly with this person, but he always tries to be friendly with most people. Like that's his first thing is to strike up a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try and I don't know. What's he gonna say?
I mean, you know your mission, so
Yeah. He's gonna try and get her to talk about like her time, if she had spent any time at Chanky Cheez previously, in previous years, maybe. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna be like,
let's set the scene first. So it's towards the end of the day. The bell just let out. We see a shot of out front of the school. All these kids start rushing through the front doors, trying to head home. And Casey's a little bit late heading out the door. Misses the first rush, but then manages to catch Vanessa as she is ushering kids across the street. It's still pretty cold, not as windy as it was yesterday. But it's bright and sunny out. As you approach her, she gives you a head nod. And is just waving everybody across the street, and then puts down her little stop sign and walks back over to catch up with you on next to the school.
And I would call her like Mrs. Tran.
Yeah.
Or Miss.
She's not in the hit movie Tron.
Okay. Yeah, so he would say, "Hey, Mrs. Tran.
Hey, Casey.
Hey,
here, let me help you cross the street.
actually, I was wondering if you could help me out."
Help you out with what?
Yeah, he's trying to think of a way to say this without it being weird. I was for school, I'm like it's like a history project thing, and I was trying to come up with like, I don't know, like I chose to do history on that old Chanky Cheez thing, the Fun Time Emporium. And I was wondering if you had ever like either worked there or went there as a kid or something. Do you know anything about it?
I can't say I know very much. The place was shut down by the time I got to town. You know who would know a lot more about it? It might be tough to get in contact with her, but Karen Fraser was the old owner. If you could get a hold of her, she might be able to answer all your questions for your book report.
Oh, okay. And is this a small enough town where I'm like, if someone says that name, I'm like, oh, I can just go to their house, or do I have to like look it up, or can I ask? What do you think?
So I would assume that for most things, this is a pretty small town. But even in a small town, you don't know everybody in town. And Karen Fraser's not somebody that comes around very often. So I don't think you would necessarily know where she is specifically. But you know lots of people that might be able to give you more information about Karen.
So he's gonna be like, how do you know where she lives? Do you know how I can talk with her?
You know, honestly, thinking back on it now, I haven't seen Karen in a while. She might maybe moved.
Oh, dang. All right. Well, thanks for the information. Appreciate it. And he's like, waiting for her to like help him cross the street.
Hey, no problem. You stay safe out there, okay?
I will. Thank you.
She gets her little stop sign, walks over, lets you cross the street, and she waves bye to you as you head off.
He waves back and is immediately trying to go and find out. You said you want to talk to other characters, but immediately wants to go and tell Clara this information.
Sure, yeah. And maybe not noticeable to you, but her eyes linger on you just a little bit longer. Almost an uncomfortable amount of time until you zip around the street corner onto a different road. So you are heading back to Clara's house?
Yes, since it is after
to
school,
meet up with this
sense.
other set of teen investigators.
Yeah, we're the teen squad.
The teen squad. So you make it back to Clara's house. And she invites you in back up to her room. And when you get up there, you see it's her and what was the other kid's name? Daryl.
Yeah.
But Jenny hasn't joined this time. So she invites both of you in the room. It's you and Daryl's already there. Yeah. Clara, Daryl, and Casey in the room with the fun evidence board. All right, so what did we figure out today?
Casey speaks up. So I talked to Mrs. Tran, the crossing guard, and she said that. Well, she said she didn't know anything about the Chanky Cheez. She said she thinks it was closed by the time she moved here. But she said that we should talk to Karen Frazier, the former owner of the place. And then she mentioned about not seeing her for a while. So I don't know where Karen Frazier is. I guess we can find out. We can try and find out where she lives somehow. I'm not sure. Can we check the phone book?
I think that seems, yeah, that's definitely doable.
All right, Daryl, you tell Clara what you found. I'll go get the phone book. And he's like, "Where's your phone book?"
It's down by the phone.
Smart. That's very smart. And he goes down to where the phone is and grabs the phone book and brings it up.
Yeah. You do that. I don't think looking through a phone book is a thing that requires a roll. I think you're able to look through there. And this phone book is like, it's not like the newest phone book. It's like last year's phone book.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have Karen Frazier listed in there with an address that you can find.
Mm. Yeah, he's reading through it, going through. Okay, F. Dang. Do you think maybe she got married? So I look for Karen, and it's a weird spelling of Karen, Caryn.
Yeah. You do not see a similar Karen with a different last name.
Hmm. Dang. Well, that's he's like trying to think of what's another way to find people in the 80s and 90s.
Pager, or is that like more of an yeah?
I mean, pager is just like to let someone know to contact
no, you'd
you.
have to have her number. Never mind.
Yeah, you would still need a phone number for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe reaching out to more people, like Vanessa doesn't know everyone in town. She just knows some people in town.
What good
so
is what
there's
good
other people to talk to.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I guess that's one of the things we can work on. We can try and find out where this Karen Frazier is. Hopefully.
Hey, that's a lead. That's something to go off of.
Hopefully she's not like missing, like you said. Daryl, did you find anything?
Well, so yeah, I asked Nurse Delaney what she thought about Chanky Cheez, and she said that it's dangerous up there and that we should stay away from the building.
Yeah, that's what they always say. It's probably in disrepair, so we're probably going to need to be super careful.
Yeah, I mean, I would say maybe like we shouldn't go up there. I think that it's more likely that we'll get in trouble if we go there than we'll find a cryptid. I don't know if it's worth it for us to risk getting in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, but I do want to learn things.
I mean, I'm okay with going in. If you just want to help us find the information to get in, I'm okay with that.
Wait, so you still want me to go, even though
you could be the
I don't
lookout
have to go in? Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can look out, and then I won't be in trouble if anything bad happens because I won't be in there.
Exactly. That's how this works.
Okay. All right. Well, when are we going?
Well, I think we need to work on this lead we got with Karen Frazier. So let's
Clara interrupts and is like, "Yeah, I think you're right. Let's keep doing some research, and maybe we'll go up on Friday after school."
Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Do some scouting.
Okay. Awesome. So we cut to the camera view of outside of Clara's house. And then let's cut away to what's the next interesting thing that we can kind of zoom in on?
On like a Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
We had mentioned going to talk to. I saw that he is actually retired Professor Simon Hill. I don't know if that's something we can do after school.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so
he's a retired professor. He doesn't work at the school. I think that was maybe a thing that was said. But he lives in town, and is kind of like an adult version of what Clara is trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is just like very obsessive about cryptids, cryptid culture, all that fun stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so I think like there was a earlier scene where Sievers had used his connections with the sheriff's office to figure out where this guy lives, and so he's gonna go up and find his house and like maybe knock on his door and see what's going on.
All right. Scary times. So you using your police connections, you track down ex-professor Simon Hill, who is actually living in a cabin on the outside, like the outskirts of the town.
Perfect.
So yeah, just a real long hike for this little kid. And just to double check, you are going there alone?
I think we had talked about everybody going.
Okay.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, Eric's definitely along for the ride on this one.
It depends on if you all said anything to Dusty about it, because he like kind of crashed the conversation after that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get if
you would have been
didn't wanna
invited.
Tell him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so our preteen investigator squad heads off to the outskirts of town towards this cabin. So you're going through like the business district, and then you get to like more rural sections, and then you're on the far outskirts of towns, like mostly wooded area, little like or long side streets that lead off down towards this cabin. It is very cold outside. The sun is not providing as much heat as it's starting to go down. It's like towards the end of the day, right? This is after school. I would say close to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the winter. So like it's starting to get a little bit dark by the time you make your way to the cabin.
Oh, okay. This is spookier than I thought. Yeah. So I guess they see this old cabin, and Sievers looks around everybody. He's like, all right, so are we going to go do this?
Well, I mean, it would be a wasted trip if we just turned around and left now, Seaver. What's the worst that happens? The old man tells us to get off his lawn and we go home empty-handed?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I thought this would be a really good contact. You know, he studies this stuff. He knows, but I don't know. He might be crazy from it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one way to find out.
All right. Well, if you insist.
And Eric just kind of gets a look on his face like, weren't you the one that wanted to come out here to begin with? And looks over at Dusty and kind of shrugs at Dusty and just like, okay, and starts heading up the porch to go knock on the door.
Yeah, and you guys had to come down like a long driveway to get here, so this is like very secluded.
And Seaver's like, he comes up with you, but he's like behind you.
And where's Dusty in all of this?
Yeah. Dusty was looking at the sun starting to like go down and like quickly like runs up to the porch like right up against the door and starts knocking because he's like don't want to waste any daylight.
So yeah, you knock on the door and you hear a couple of footsteps, thump, 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 and then the door swings open. And it's an older gentleman, like salt and pepper hair, slightly receding hairline, Coke bottle glasses, and he opens the door and like pushes the glasses back up, so like really focus in. And he's like, "Hello."
Professor Hill?
Yes.
We're amateur cryptid investigators, and we were hoping we could get some pointers and tips from you, and maybe you could help us. We thought we saw something up on the hill the other night. And we're just really interested in figuring out, you know, what all the spooky weirdness is going on in town.
Ah, I see. You kids should get back home, okay? It's not safe out here. And then he goes to shut the door in your face.
Well, and Eric tries to like push the door so it wasn't closed.
Excuse me, young man. He opens the door back up, and he's like, I'm sure you're very curious, but I can't help you.
And Eric kind of looks over his shoulder at Seaver's like, come on, your turn.
Professor, we can't, we came a really long way to talk to you. We can't go home. It's getting dark. We won't make it home in time. Can we please just talk to you, please?
He seems very reluctant. I think this may require some charm on our investigator's behalf. So I'm going to call for a charm roll. And I'm thinking of what the difficulty for this would be. I'm going to put this at a 5.
Ooh, all right. Who's doing this? I guess me.
This will be a, this is not like under the wire, so like, this is a planned action. So you can receive help, but just remember you need to describe how you're helping, and then you can spend your adversity tokens to aid.
Okay.
I don't imagine that Dusty has many charming abilities, so he's going to sit this one out.
Okay.
Which one of us is the most charming?
Well, I don't want to talk out of game, but I'm a pretty blunt person, so I don't know. There's a lot of charm with that.
Okay, Eric will attempt to charm this professor.
I will throw in adversity tokens on this. Can we only do one?
You can spend as many as you want, but you have to spend them all at the same time.
Okay. I am going to throw in 2.
Ooh, okay.
And
Come
just
too
remember
far.
there are exploding dice for this game, so if you roll your maximum amount, you get to roll again and add that to the total.
Okay.
Ooh.
The way I'm assisting with this is I start pulling out my journal and all of my gear and stuff to show like how legit we are in this.
Okay.
So with my roll, +1 on that, and then adversity tokens, that'll be a total of a 7.
That is more than 5. So what is Eric saying to convince him of this? We have some legitimacy from Seavers, just in what they brought along with them. But what are we saying to convince him?
So I think Eric's probably gonna feel a little flustered under the gun here. You know, he's only 8, but he kind of sees what Seavers is going for with the whole, hey, here's our kit. And so he looks at the professor and he's like, well, you see, Professor, I know this is dangerous, but I'm a scout and I was taught to face adversity head on. And as you can see, my friend here, he has, you know, a good starter kit to help us determine, you know, what creatures might be. And we're just, I mean, to be honest, sir, it's a small town. There's not a lot of stuff for us kids to do. And, you know, I mean, you were a professor. Wasn't it part of your job to help encourage the younger generations to, you know, seek knowledge? And that's all we're really trying to do, is we just want to, you know, understand the world we live in. And, you know, as a member of the local scout troop, it's, you know, it was impressed upon me that it's important to understand the natural world around us so that we can live in it safely and harmoniously, and also to be safe from any threats. So if you could help us, it would help us be safer citizens of this town. And I mean, you would be helping 3 kids gain some knowledge to help prepare them for the future.
He mulls over what you're saying for a little bit, and he looks at you, and you can kind of see like some concern in his eyes, maybe even a little bit of joy at what you're saying. Mm-hmm. He looks over at Seavers and sees all of the stuff that he's holding out, and that look almost intensifies a little bit. And then he looks over at Dusty. What is Dusty doing in this moment?
When he looks over at Dusty, Dusty stops eating a very wet bologna sandwich and just kind of smiles with like mayo like on the corners of his mouth.
And the look of joy subsides a little bit, and he looks back at the other 2 kids, and he's like, all right, come on inside. We can talk for a little bit. I'll get you some chocolate milk and some cheese cubes. Go on, close the door. Let's hurry.
Okay.
So he invites you in. It's a pretty small cabin, so it's open concept. You can see like everywhere that isn't his bedroom, basically. He's got like bookshelves all over the place, random like animal heads mounted up on the wall that look like they've just been like coated in dust. He walks over into his little kitchen nook and pulls out a jug of chocolate milk to start pouring out for you all. And then makes a little charcuterie board out of what he's got laying around. But he ushers you over to like the dining room table to have a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, Dusty's like, thank you. Do you want some? And he holds out his like half-eaten sandwich. See if this guy wants a bite.
He looks at the sandwich and then looks back at you and goes, no, thank you.
Wow, this is really good chocolate milk. Where did you get this from?
Down at Snowcap.
Oh, I gotta get some
the market. Yeah. So, you seem very passionate about your work. What is it exactly that I can help you out with?
Well, you'll notice here in my investigative journal all of the creatures that I've seen around town, but that's just it. We're only getting glimpses. We never find out anything concrete. Tell them what you saw the other night when we were at Odell's place.
and yeah, he's smacking his lips real bad. It's like, so we were in the barn, and I just saw like a glimpse of something, and then when I tried to find it, I don't know what it was, but there was movement.
Can you describe the movement a little bit more? Was it lurching? Was it hovering? Did it seem like it was galloping?
Would he have actually known that?
I would say that from the movement that you saw, it didn't seem like it was something that was moving very quickly. Something more like slowly, like lumbering, maybe would be the term that you would use for it.
Okay. Yeah, it was slow, and it was what's the word? Lumberjacking. No, lumbering. It was lumbering, and it was slow.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't have been something like the Mothman or a water driven creature, giving our environment something that could survive in the snow, maybe like a Sasquatch. Or like you kids would know, like a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yeah. Look, and he like gets his journal out and turns to the appropriate page and slides it over. I'm telling you, I was out here one night and I saw it on Odell's Hill between the lights. This shape here, is that what a Bigfoot like looks like?
Well, here, let me. He gets up and he walks over to one of the bookshelves and he pulls out a binder. And he sets it down on the table in front of you. He like flips through a couple of pages, and he's like, "Well, here's my files on Bigfoot." And he like goes over to the page, and like you see a bunch of like the typical pictures that you would see, the blurry, that blurry like him walking in the side profile picture, and some other pictures that. People may have like tried to like doctor or like change a little bit to make it seem more legit. He like points at these different pictures, none of which are very clear, and he's like, nobody's really gotten a clear picture of Sasquatch, and many of these have been put up to they've been debunked as people crafting a story, not necessarily that this is a real thing. But as much as we haven't had evidence, I still believe that a creature like a Sasquatch could exist. We just haven't been lucky enough to catch one on photo. But, oh, I apologize. I do this all the time. I just get so wrapped up in the work. I don't believe I've gotten your names.
Oh, I'm Sievers.
Yeah, I'm Eric.
I'm Dusty, and like he like wipes his mouth off and uses that hand to reach out to shake.
Ew.
No, thank you. The thing with the Sasquatch is there have never been any sightings in this region. It doesn't seem likely that a Bigfoot would be lurking around the town of Snowsville and going unnoticed.
But we saw something. It definitely was something.
Well,
Yeah,
I would recommend bringing some recording equipment, maybe a camera. Try and document the experience. Take as many detailed notes as you can, and maybe we can start to piece together what this mystery is. You know, I moved out to Snowsville because there were some strange occurrences out here. But as long as I've been out here, I haven't come across anything finite. So if you are able to bring me some evidence, I'm happy to help out.
Gee, Professor, I just don't think we have the equipment to do it. We got all of this stuff, and I mean, he puts it out on the table, and it's clearly like, you know, kids like spy gear and stuff. It's like the best they can muster. Like, is there any way you can help us? Is there anybody we can talk to that might be able to help us more?
He thinks for a moment. He nods his head. He's like, I think I can help out. He goes back over towards his desk, which is like surrounded by bookshelves, and opens one of the drawers, and he comes back around, and he sets down in front of you a disposable camera. He's like, this is better than nothing, and getting physical proof is the first thing towards identifying the unknown.
Okay. Do you know the best place we can look, like where there's the most activity?
I mostly arranged my studies around. He stares up at the ceiling for a moment.
Professor?
Like he's lost in thought.
Oh no, they've got him. Guys, I think we need to get out of here.
So many of my reports centered around kind of the outskirts of town. The forest seems rife with sightings of mysterious creatures. There's the old train depot. Although I wouldn't recommend a bunch of children go out to these areas unsupervised. Definitely make sure you get someone that's able to take care of you. I can't stress this enough, children. I would just feel terrible if anything bad happened to you, based off of my advice.
But Professor, nobody believes us. I mean, I just don't know who else we can ask. We're kind of on our own with this if you can't help us.
Well, I wish I could help. I'm just an old man out here living out his days in his cabin.
Professor, well, you said you moved out here because of all of the weird activity stuff. There wasn't like an amateur cryptid group here that you were a part of. Maybe you could point us in the direction of someone part of that group, or someone to talk to that used to do this sort of stuff with you, maybe?
Well, I mean, there's that high school girl. She comes around here every now and then to ask questions, but I don't remember what her name was.
Okay.
She had dark hair and dark clothing. I can't be of much help to you.
Oh, okay. The lead's the lead, Professor. We'll take it and run with it.
Just a quick question. I know the answer to this, but we'll still be able to find these things during the daytime, right? It doesn't only have to be at night, right?
Well, typically, cryptids like to stay hidden. That's kind of one of their main traits. Very few cryptids are mentioned to be active during the daytime hours.
Okay. I already knew that though, but thanks.
Yeah, Dusty, so you're just going to have to get used to having to go in the dark.
I'm not afraid of the dark. I never said that.
Whatever.
Well, kids, it's getting later and later, and like I said, I would just feel awful if something were to happen to you under my watch. How about I'll give you a ride back into town?
Oh, okay.
Gee, are you sure? That would be really great.
Can you fit our bikes in?
Got like
Yes.
a pickup.
Yeah, you guys. He's got like a Jeep sitting outside.
Oh,
Perfect.
cool. That's a really rad
So
Jeep.
yeah, the professor gives you a ride back into town, and you guys have another moment to kind of regroup, or we can move on to a new scene.
I'd say it's a good fade out to Nick.
Yeah, we've got our lead, and we're going to investigate that.
Awesome. Okay. So we've uncovered some more information for our junior squad. Let's check in with our high school investigative squad.
All right.
What's another moment that we can check in with Casey?
I was. Excuse me. I was trying to think of a way.
Burping?
Yeah, I was burping a lot. Oh. This, on our notes, we have notable NPCs, and I see someone who's labeled as everyone's friend. How would I go about talking to Mac McKenzie?
Mac McKenzie is the tavern, like the town tavern owner.
Ooh, I don't think I would. Tavern, not bar.
Yeah. It's like it's not specifically a bar where they would kick everyone out. It's kind of like a dinner place.
Yeah,
almost like a Chili's or something like that, but like small town vibes.
I know exactly the place. Yeah, there's a
okay.
Where I live, there was a place called Weedoff's Tavern, and they had one little small section for like the bar, and then the rest of it was just like a regular pizza, burgers restaurant, you know.
Yes, 100%.
And another third of it was at a grocery store. So, and then you know what's funny is when I started working at Kroger, I started seeing the owners buying stuff at Kroger. I'm like, that's a lot of soup.
Oh, you're like, this is where you get your ingredients?
But yeah, so I'm going to what time of day would this be that I would be walking into this place?
You tell me. Is this still this would still be towards the end of like Wednesday, or is it the following day maybe?
It would be Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
I think it might have, because get out of school at like 3. I went over to Clara's house. It's probably
I mean,
dinner time.
It's still probably doable that you could make it over there.
I stopped by on the way home, on the way to home, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll stop by the tavern on the way home Wednesday evening.
Cool. So you walk in. It seems like it's definitely not like busy in here. There's still a couple of people meandering around,
like after the dinner rush.
A couple people sitting at like various tables, and then like there's a guy over at the bar section sitting at the bar.
So he's gonna walk up. I feel like this isn't the first time he's like come to Mac for just a chat. And he sits down at the bar, and then I feel like she just automatically is like gives him like his favorite soda. She?
Yes, she. It's Mac is nickname for Mackenzie.
Okay. So yeah, and she like already has it ready for him. And
she like pops open like a really nice like a fancier like root beer in a glass bottle, like has to pop off the lid. Yeah, and then
he already has his allowance out and gives her like 50 cents or whatever. I don't know what the. And then he starts drinking it, and he's just like, so would he call her Mac?
Probably. Like everybody in town just calls her Mac.
He's like, I'll say, hey Mac, I got a question for you.
Yeah, how's it going, kiddo? What can I help you with?
He's gonna put on the same lie that he gave Mrs. Tran. I'm working on a history project, and my history project is on the old Chanky Cheez that's closed.
Yeah, I remember that place.
And I heard that the former owner was a person named Karen Fraser. Do you know do you know where she lives by any chance?
Oh, Karen, she moved away I want to say like 2 years ago.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, she's not in town much anymore. And like the whole time that she's talking to you, Mac is like wiping down the bar, cleaning cups, attending to the other people in the bar. But she's definitely like, you can tell she's giving you her attention while she's doing these things.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I was trying to get some history on. Do you know anything about this place? I don't know anything about it. It was. When did it close? How long ago? Roughly.
Shut down like 7, 8 years ago, I'd say.
Yeah, I was too.
Lots of weird stuff going on over there. Yeah, just kind of a lot of weirdness.
Like what?
Well, so I went there with my my late husband, and when it was still like kind of in that fancy new building in town phase. This had to have been like what, 10 years ago. When we were in there, we were getting our food, and the lights began flickering. But I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't the lights in the ceiling. It seemed like the lights were coming from almost like ambient areas in the room. Like it wasn't the lights of the establishment flickering, but like, I don't even know how to describe it. It seems so weird when you talk about it, right? Anyway, Christopher, he said he didn't want to go back. He was getting strange vibes. And I know Karen tried her best with that place, but it just seemed like once the weird stuff started happening, she never really felt like the same person anymore. And then eventually it closed down, and then she moved away.
Do you have like her phone number or anything?
Oh, no, we were never that close, but
Oh, dang.
I don't know. Maybe have you checked the phone book? Maybe she's still listed in there.
Yeah, I tried. The phone book. No mention of a Karen Fraser or sure her name spelled weird, so.
Well, I think maybe you know David O'Brien. He's he does some handyman work around town.
Yeah. Name sounds familiar.
Well, he when the establishment was open, he was actually the on services handyman for the Emporium. He might be able to get you in contact with her.
Oh, okay. David O'Brien, and he I feel like he has still has his backpack on, and he pulls out like a notebook and writes the name down. Do you know where does he work at? Or is he handyman? So he just kind of like works at like people call him.
Yeah, he kind of does his own thing at this point.
I guess it would,
let me
his
double check.
phone number would be in the phone book, since he wants people to use his services.
I would assume so.
So yeah, he writes down handyman phone book.
He just writes down handyman and phone book.
Yeah, handyman arrow phone book, and then he's like, after he finishes writing, I was like, okay, cool. Man, this place is weird. I'm having such a hard time finding out anything about it.
Well, I can tell you it was shut down pretty abruptly, and it just, I don't know. It seems strange that they haven't put something new in there yet.
Yeah, that is weird.
You know, I was talking to Skeeter, and he said that all of the equipment is still in there.
Huh. Like the games and
Like
stuff?
they haven't. Yeah, they didn't move anything out of there. They just shut it down.
That's weird. Where'd you talk to... Can I... What is... So Skeeter to know some stuff?
He goes in there sometimes.
Is there any way I can talk to him as well?
Sure. I don't know where he's at. I mean, if you want to hang around, he comes through here sometimes.
I don't want... He doesn't want to stay here for forever. Can you, like... I don't know. Tell him I'm looking for him? I just wanted to ask him a few things.
She kind of gives you a weird look, but she's like, sure, I guess. Hey, I got some other customers I got to deal with. Can I get you something else? Another root beer, some bread or something?
He, like, looks at his drink. He's almost done. And he's like, no, I think I'm good. I'm going to head on home.
All right,
thanks,
well,
Mac.
Don't be a stranger, kiddo.
You know I won't.
All right. See you, Casey. And yeah.
He hops off the
Cut away from
the seat and walks out.
Hell yeah. We're getting some investigation done. What do we feel like the next interesting moment that we can jump to is?
I have one.
Yes. Hit me with it.
So Thursday, midday-ish, kind of right towards the end of school day during one of the last class periods, Eric's gone over, because I'm going to assume that because the schools are kind of small, the middle school's library has like a lot of the books for the younger kids, but the high school's library has like some of the books for the older kids, but the little kids can come over to use those books. So Eric's going to go over, and most school libraries would have the school yearbook. So he's going to go over and pull out the yearbook and start looking for the girl that the professor described with the dark hair and the dark clothes. Not that her picture necessarily have the dark clothes, but so he's going to start skimming through the last year's yearbook to see if he can find out who this mystery girl is.
Yeah.
And anyone that kind of matches the description in the kind of current class, he's going to like write their names down, and know if the school would have a photocopy, or maybe make a couple photocopies of their pictures so that he could like bring them back to the rest of the Dusty and Seavers, and so we can kind of go on a little hunt to see if we can find this girl after school, like hang out by the gate and see if she comes out and we can talk to her.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
I think that's a great plan. Honestly, I think that this isn't like a huge town, so
yeah,
you know, smaller classes. I think as far as the description you got, it was very generic,
right?
But as far as characters we know, I think Margaret Winslow would kind of fit the vibe, with her punk rock look.
Right.
As well as you definitely find a listing in there for Clara, who definitely fits the vibe. And I would say there's like maybe like one or two additional characters that might possibly fit that vibe as well. But you've limited down your search to from like generic random person to here 4 people that we know.
Yeah. I guess we could like montage through him doing all that work and then cut to him filling Severs and Dusty in at the end of the day on here, look, I've narrowed it down. Let's go wait at the gate, and we can kind of cut to that scene if you want to, or
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we get our little montage with some like 80s like keyboard music playing over it, showing showing that we're doing all of our groundwork, right? Eric is getting his photocopies made. He's out casing the school, trying to see somebody that he recognized. And so you're saying you want to cut to the point of like you found the girl, or we are cutting to a meeting with the squad?
Yeah, I'd say cut to Eric, Severs, and Dusty standing in front of the high school, and they're each holding a copy of the photocopies with all the girls, like the 4 girls' faces on it and their names. And we're like, which one do you think it is? Oh, and then we're like watching for them. So as soon as we see one of them walk out, we're going to approach her and see if she's the right one.
Okay. So we have our 3 we have our 2 8-year-olds and our 1 10-year-old? 11-year-old. Yes.
I will also say when Dusty like met up with you guys, he did say like, "Hey guys, check it out," and like his hands were the cleanest you've ever seen them. Because like he realized that soap also helps when washing your hands.
And he's like bragging about that.
Yeah.
Nice, Dusty. I'll high five that.
Heck yeah! And then he goes to like a high five and kind of whiffs.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
So you see Margaret Winslow exit the building as you two are like chatting about these clean hands. Who is one of the people on your list.
So where Eric notices Margaret and he looks over at Dusty. He's like, Dusty, it might be her. You're a little older than us. It might be less weird if you went and asked her if she knows anything about cryptids.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. I gotcha. And he tries to do those like finger guns and snaps again and still just can't figure it out.
Still wet.
So yeah.
His hands are still wet.
Yeah. You said this was Margaret, was her name?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Dusty, take some of this big chew. It'll make you look older.
Oh, good looking out, man. And like, yeah, he like shoves a bunch in his mouth. Probably way too much than he should. And he goes over, he like runs up and he's like, "Hey, Margaret, right?" And he's like trying to be cool, but like can't figure out like where to put his arm. So he's like, he eventually lands on his hip, but like it was kind of wailing for a little bit, or flailing.
Yeah, and she's got on like she's wearing like jeans and like a leather jacket with like 100% of flannel on underneath. And she's like, who are you? What's this about?
Oh, my name's Dusty. Dusty Higgins. Might have seen my town car around. My driver takes me around town. But I mean, I could drive if I wanted to. I prefer not to.
She's looking at you as you're talking, and she's just like visibly bored. It's like she's kind of got her mouth open, like slack jawed a little bit, just like, And while you're talking, she's also like got her lip pierced. She's just kind of pulling on the piercing.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't say anything after you finish talking. She's just looking at you.
Okay. Like, well, yeah. So, anyway, have you heard of a Professor Hill?
Professor? What do I look like? Some kind of nerd?
No, not at all. You're actually pretty cool. I like that's I like the lip. The lip. That's a nice lip. Piercing.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay, so you don't know Professor Hill, is that right?
No, get lost, loser.
Right back at you.
She takes a step up and she like shoves you in the chest, and then she just turns around and walks away.
Oh, okay. Does she shove hard enough for him to like fall down, or just kind of be pushed back?
No, just kind of like a back off kind of vibe, not like not ill like, well, I say ill-intentioned. She's being an asshole, but like she's not like trying to hurt the kid. She's just trying to be like, get away from me.
Okay. Yeah, so Dusty like turns around and he kind of takes a moment and collects himself and then like walks over, kind of struts a little bit, and he's like, she was into me, but she doesn't know who Professor Hill is, so I don't think that's our person.
Huh.
All right. Hey, thanks, Dusty.
And we get a quick
later.
montage of this happening 2 additional times.
He's like trying to be cool because they're older.
Yeah, to varying degrees of success, although not finding Clara specifically. And then finally, after several awkward attempts at trying to find this random girl, Clara comes out of the building, and you recognize her because of the pictures.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Dusty's like getting ready to walk over to try and talk to her, because that's kind of been his role so far. And Eric reaches out and grabs his arm and goes, "Hey, bud, how about Severs and I take this one? You might need to take a bologna sandwich break."
Yeah.
Oh, good
That's
thought.
a good idea. Yeah.
Good idea.
So yeah, Eric and Severs walk over and approach Claire, and they're like, hey, excuse us, are you Claire?
Yeah. Who's asking?
Hi, I'm Eric. This is my friend Severs. We're amateur cryptid investigators, and Professor Hill told us that one of the high school girls was an amateur cryptid investigator as well, and we've been trying to find her, and we were wondering if maybe that was you.
She was like kind of curiously smiling at you, but when you mention cryptids, it kind of turns into a more dramatic smile of just like, ooh, I'm very excited. But then she realizes how much she's emoting, and she like tries to hide it very quickly. And so then she like tries to kind of do like a highbrow thing of like, oh, some junior investigators, huh?
Yeah. We've got like all kinds of street cred, and he like goes to pull out like all of his stuff again, and all of the stupid kid tech that he has. But then that journal like pops out too, and I don't know if she takes an interest in that, but everything else screams like, wow.
She looks over your kit and sees like how enthusiastic you're all being about it, and she's like, yes, that was me. I've spoken with Dr. Hill before. I also fancy myself a cryptid investigator. It's nice that you're getting started at such a young age. You'll have much more success finding cryptids. Well, maybe we could team up or something.
Yeah, of course. That would be awesome. I mean, you think so?
Great.
Yeah.
Well, what have you seen recently?
Oh, do you want to tell her? Or should we go get Dusty? Because Dusty actually saw it.
Why don't... And Eric is like, why don't you grab Dusty? And then he turns to Clara and starts describing kind of what they saw, but also is like, hey, we have a third friend, Dusty. He's a little weird. Check his hands before you agree to shake them. He's not super great about keeping them clean. And if he offers you a bologna sandwich, just say no, because there's something really wrong with those bologna sandwiches.
She gives you like a little bit of a knowing, like, got it.
Dusty.
Just so we don't have to belabor the description again.
Yeah.
We can do kind of a, us explaining to her while some cool 80s music starts to play as we start pulling back, and maybe it's the credits kind of start rolling. We get the executive producer on there.
Hell yeah. And then, you guys start going into the description of this thing, and she's like, wait, actually, you should come. I'm putting together a group to investigate. If you guys are already investigating, maybe we can help each other out. You should come to the next meeting.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's today. Right? What time did we say this scene took place? It was like right at the end of school, right?
Yeah, it's end of the school day Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, you guys should come over. We're about to have a meeting. And you can put your information up on the board.
Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, guys, let's go. Let's do it. Do you want to?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, Dusty. You down?
Okay. Yeah. Like Clara, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. And you guys are. And then we get the introductions as those closing credits start to play. So that's the end of our episode for today. Thank you all for joining us and listening to us be a bunch of children.
Yay! Thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com to use them in your game. Also, thank you to our patrons. You guys help us continue to do this, and we appreciate you. If you'd like to check out our Patreon or find more info about us, go to adventureawaitspod.com. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Was that good? No? I gotta do it again? Alright, well, I better get some hotcakes for this.